You think money comes from hard work. Wrong. Money only flows to those who tune into the frequency of wealth. If your subconscious keeps repeating, "I'm lacking," "I'm not worthy," the universe can only echo back lack and failure. But the moment you reprogram your subconscious during sleep using Neville Goddard's prayer method, you become a magnet for abundance without chasing it. You were taught, want more money, study harder, work longer, calculate smarter. But look around. Countless people work themselves to exhaustion, calculate every move, and stay broke. Why? Because money doesn't come from math. It doesn't come from sweat. It doesn't even come from perfect timing. Money comes from the vibration of your subconscious. Neville Goddard once said, "You never receive what you want. You only receive what you believe to be true in the silence of your mind." Sounds paradoxical. Watch yourself. How many times have you worked insanely hard and ended up with nothing? How many nights have you begged, worried, prayed desperately, and money still avoided you? And yet, have you noticed those moments when you let go, felt light and calm, and suddenly opportunities, clients, money found you? That is proof. Inner energy matters more than outer effort. When your subconscious carries the belief, "I am lacking," the universe treats you as someone who lacks. When your subconscious carries the belief, "I am wealthy," the universe immediately arranges circumstances to confirm it. The first step to reprogramming your subconscious is to stop believing in sweat and start believing in vibration. Your subconscious, a 24/7 transmitter. Imagine there's a hidden broadcasting tower inside you. It never switches off. It sends signals day and night when you work, when you sleep, even when you're unaware. That tower is your subconscious mind. Here's the catch. If it holds fear of not having enough every second, it broadcasts, "I lack." If it holds jealousy of others' success, it broadcasts, "There isn't enough for me." If it doubts your worth, it broadcasts, "I don't deserve wealth." You can smile wide, chant affirmations every morning, but if the inner tower still sends fear and scarcity, the universe hears the real signal, not the pretty words. That's why you feel like you're rowing against the current, working outside while sabotaging inside. The good news. This transmitter can be reprogrammed. Change the inner signal and money opportunities. Relationships, all will shift. Neville Goddard's sleep method. Neville revealed a simple but overlooked secret. The subconscious listens only when deeply relaxed, especially right before sleep. As you drift towards sleep, the guard of logic melts away. The subconscious door swings wide open. Whatever image or feeling you hold in that moment is etched directly into the transmitter. Neville called this the state akin to sleep. If you fall asleep worrying, "How will I pay the bills tomorrow?" the signal locked in is, "I lack." But if you fall asleep feeling, "It's already done, I am living in abundance," the subconscious instantly starts operating on that script. Remember, feeling beats words. You don't need to shout or repeat 100 times. Just a few minutes of genuine certainty before sleep is enough to plant the seed. And by morning, your 24/7 transmitter will no longer broadcast scarcity, but the frequency of wealth. Prayer before sleep. Turning night into a magnet for money. Most people go to bed tired, anxious, thinking sleep is only for rest. But Neville said sleep is the most powerful ritual to rewrite reality. While you sleep, the subconscious doesn't shut down, it works harder. It's like an automatic transmitter broadcasting the exact frequency you fed it before you drifted off. This is where prayer becomes magnetic. You do not pray as a beggar. You do not plead as if some outside force must give you. You pray from the state of having already received. For example, instead of whispering, "Please give me money to pay my debts," close your eyes and say, "How wonderful it feels that every bill is already paid. I feel light, peaceful, and free." The key is the emotion after the words. When you truly feel relief, when a smile naturally forms, when your chest softens in safety, that is when the subconscious takes the command. For the next 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your transmitter will keep sending that signal. No effort, no forcing, no control. Sleep becomes your silent partner working for you all night. Why the feeling of already having outweighs every word? Because the universe doesn't respond to language. It responds to frequency, and frequency is created by feeling. Feel abundance as real, and abundance has no choice but to appear. This is the point most people miss. They think prayer is about saying a lot of words. They memorize hundreds of affirmations, but inside they're still trembling, still afraid, still doubting. Neville Goddard declared, "Feeling is the secret. It's not the words you speak, it's the emotion you embrace as you speak them." If your lips whisper, "I am wealthy," but your heart shakes with anxiety over bills, the frequency you broadcast is anxiety, not wealth. If you repeat, "I am free," but your chest stays tight, your subconscious only hears tension, not freedom. The subconscious doesn't understand logic. It understands feeling. That's why when you pray before sleep, your goal is not to say the perfect phrase, but to reach the perfect feeling. Rewriting the wealth script before sleep. Just before drifting off, your mind opens like a door. This is the golden hour to plant the seed of abundance. Neville called it the state akin to sleep, that twilight zone where the body relaxes and the mind floats between waking and dream. This is the moment to rewrite your inner script. How to practice. Choose a simple scene. Maybe you're holding a check. Maybe you see your bank balance rise. Maybe you hear someone congratulate you. Amazing, you did it. Reduce the scene to one single moment. A handshake, a hug, a smile of recognition. Gently replay this short scene as you drift towards sleep. The key is to saturate it with feeling. Don't just watch it, feel it. The relief, the lightness, the quiet joy of already having. You don't need a full movie. One short, emotionally rich scene looped softly in the half-dream state is enough for the subconscious to record. Do it correctly, and something magical happens while you sleep. The subconscious begins rearranging reality, and when you wake, the outer world starts shifting to mirror the script you planted. Small daily habits shape your vibration. Many believe life changes only through big moves, launching a business, investing, dramatic action. Neville revealed the paradox. Your life turns not through grand gestures, but through the tiny habits you repeat every day. Look at your day. What emotion greets you each morning? Worry or gratitude? When you hold money, what thought arises? Fear of losing it, or faith? It will multiply. Before sleep, what seed do you plant, a fear or a peaceful prayer? These small patterns form your base frequency. Examples. Listing 3 things you're grateful for daily shifts you from scarcity to sufficiency. A short prayer before meals turns food into an energy of abundance. A simple smile to a stranger signals to the universe, "I am in the state of giving of wealth." Neville emphasized, you cannot harvest a higher reality if your daily vibration remains low. Instead of forcing the outer world, start with tiny rituals. Repeated, they shape your aura and your destiny. Environment, the mirror of your subconscious. Want to know your current vibration? Look around you. If your circle is full of complaints, scarcity talk, worry, don't be surprised if your energy sinks. The subconscious absorbs environment like a sponge absorbs water. Neville taught, the outer world is a reflection of the inner world, but he also warned the outer world feeds the inner world. You cannot plant seeds of wealth in a garden choked with weeds. Ask yourself, what music do you listen to? Lyrics of abundance or lack? Who do you follow online? Those who inspire or those who trigger not enough? What do your closest friends discuss, problems or solutions, fear or faith? The beauty is you can curate your environment. Read a page of Neville instead of doom scrolling. Walk in nature instead of sitting in stale rooms. Join a community that speaks abundance instead of one that feeds complaints. Neville called this curating your environment, arranging your space as if you already live in wealth. A tidy room, a corner filled with light, a journal of nightly prayers, all send a clear signal to the subconscious. I am ready to live in abundance. Change your environment, and you will gently, powerfully change yourself. Nighttime reprogramming. Neville's golden hour. As darkness falls and your body relaxes towards sleep, the conscious guard drops. This is the hour of power Neville treasured. Use it wisely. Feed your subconscious feelings of gratitude, freedom, and wealth. Fall asleep not with fear, but with the quiet certainty of already received. Through the night, your inner transmitter keeps broadcasting this frequency, and the universe unfailingly echoes it back into form. Neville Goddard's golden secret. The moment before sleep. Neville Goddard always emphasized a golden secret. The moments right before sleep are the gateway straight into the subconscious. Think about it before you fall asleep. Where does your mind usually wander? Work problems, unpaid bills, worries about tomorrow. And guess what? Those very images and emotions slip directly into the subconscious, silently programming the reality of the next day. Neville called this the state akin to sleep. SATS. A twilight state between waking and dreaming. Here logic loosens, the conscious guard drops, and the subconscious opens wide to receive every image, prayer, and belief you plant. How to use this golden hour. Change the inner script. Before closing your eyes, don't replay failures or stress. Instead, picture what you want to live, an email announcing money has arrived, the lightness of a paid bill. Pray as if it's already done. Don't say, "Please give me money." Say, "Thank you for my abundance." Shifting from asking to gratitude changes your vibration. Add real feeling. Don't just whisper words. Relax your body as if everything is already complete. Smile softly. Breathe slowly. Let your heart believe the wealth is here. Fall asleep in that state. No need to force 100% belief. Simply drift off inside the comfort of the new reality. The subconscious will record it. Neville taught, "You do not receive what you want. You receive what you believe you already have." And the moments before sleep are when belief takes deepest root. Tonight, instead of worrying, "How will I pay tomorrow?" sleep with this affirmation. I live in a reality where everything is already enough for me. Tomorrow you'll feel the world begin to shift. Patience and faith. Seeds need time to sprout. When you plant a seed, do you stare at the soil each day asking, "Why hasn't it sprouted yet?" No. You trust the silent laws of nature. Your nightly prayer and mental picture are spiritual seeds. But most people pray then dig the soil up the next morning to check. They plant faith at night but wake with doubt. Is it working? Each doubt is like uprooting the seed. Neville's remedy is faithful patience. Plant with certainty, then leave it alone. Trust the subconscious to nurture it the way earth protects a seed. Faith is the only proof you need. If you have felt it in your mind, the outer world must follow. Remember, physical reality has a delay. Pray tonight, but release the timeline. Maintain the right vibration, and the world will align. Whenever doubt rises, remind yourself the seed is sprouting in silence. I don't need to see roots to know the tree is growing. That is the ease of true faith. Connecting the subconscious to the higher self. Your subconscious is a broadcasting station, but Neville revealed a deeper power when the subconscious resonates with your higher self. Reality bends with unstoppable force. The subconscious is the soil. The higher self is the divine seed where every possibility already exists. When the soil receives the right seed, creation flows without effort. Consciousness is the only cause. Your higher self is the source of all experience. Touch it, and you touch infinite treasure. You are not creating wealth from nothing. Abundance already exists in another version of you. Your task is to align and let the subconscious broadcast that frequency. How to connect inner stillness. The higher self whispers in silence. Meditate or pray before sleep to quiet the noise. Ask higher questions. Instead of, "How will I make money tomorrow?" ask, "How does my most complete self live?" Feel the union. Peace, openness, trust. These are signals of alignment. Sleep in oneness. Before sleep, softly affirm, I and my higher self are one. Let that feeling cradle you through the night. When subconscious and higher self resonate, you don't just attract money, you draw opportunities, love, creativity, and deep peace. Living as your complete self-connection is not about waiting for miracles. It's about living today, as if the desire is already real. Neville called this living in the end. If you seek wealth, don't wait for a full bank account to feel rich. Let every gesture, choice, and habit reflect abundance now. Walk with the quiet confidence of financial freedom. Thank the universe when holding even a small bill as if managing a vast fortune. Treat others with generosity as one who already has. This isn't pretending. It's tuning your frequency to the version of you that already exists. When you sustain that vibration, the outer world must adjust. Every action taken from the state of having issues a command to the universe. Look back at the journey you learned wealth comes from subconscious frequency, not struggle. You mastered reprogramming the mind through nightly feeling. You embraced patience and faith as fertile soil. You united with the higher self, the infinite storehouse. You chose to live as if it's already done. Now you're no longer chasing money. You've become a magnet of abundance and wealth, along with every good thing must come to you. So tonight before sleep, plant a new seed. Let your subconscious hold the truth I and abundance are one. I live now in a reality of freedom and fullness. Then rest in that feeling, for once you sense it in the silence of the mind, the universe has no choice but to mirror it in your life.